Okay. Our next poet is Hanoch. And Hanoch, let me tell you about Hanoch. He spent his childhood among cacti and citrus groves. He is Professor Emeritus of Hebrew and Jewish Literature at Temple University. Hanoch has published extensively and won awards from Poetica, Bad Poets Review, Poetry Matters, and others. He has authored several books, including The Road to Timbuktu and Kara Treblinka, the Holocaust poems, and he has a new book, Hanoch. What is your latest book?
I'm preparing a book in the company of angels,
In the Company of
fools,
Angels?
and donkeys that we published some of them. Yeah.
And how about the one with the scorpions in the title?
Sirocco and Scorpions. That's the book that I sent
right,
you.
and scorpions. So
Yeah.
Hanoch, come on up and we'll
Thank you.
talk to you. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned 3 poems each.
Yeah. I can't compete with your disasters. I can't speak Italian either. But anyhow, as they say in Yiddish, I have my own troubles. And when I think, where do I come from? And it's a heavy question. It's a troubling question. I come up the wounded earth from scorpion-infested fissures, rolling on sand dunes where lizards leave their imprints. I am the howling wind that drops fresh dates from thousands of palm trees at the sparkling El Arish Mediterranean shore. I come empty-handed after 21 years of being the shepherd to the master. I am for false prophets and grown empty promises, leading the gullible into the land of entrampment. I rise from mess pits dug by the victims, snowy fields saturated with bloody death marches. I stand in line of silent fathers who refuse to leave wills, turned into sand columns in the Sodom desert. I praise mothers who defied the edict to sacrifice the firstborn to the sun, now roaming the chilly valleys of the moon, picking purple mushrooms. I am consumed by a vicious east wind that kills even the locust. When I think about what ethnic group I belong to, I'm a survivor. We are all survivors. When I wrote the poem, it was specifically Jewish, but I think there are many ethnic groups that not only disappeared from the face of the earth. And the last line is our nightmares, what we don't want to become. They get down from forests where hung, float up rivers where drowned, jump out of mass graves, trudge through snowy death marches. Still trampled, chopped grass trying to emerge. As dandelions they appear unexpectedly by a roadside. Emboldened, they grow thorns, more than thrown into garbage dumps. They hitch a ride back to the cities, multiply in disguises as uncircumcised Gentiles in light suits. Some spray anti-Gentile repellent, others don spiked masks, hide Jewish souls. Forget humble grassness, perish generations. They broadcast new slogans, on with life, forget the chosen. Survivors live on the world's map, an extinct species asterisk. This is what I read. And let me add one more. grew up in a very small neighborhood, in a very small town on the Mediterranean shore. And the nights were saturated with jackal cries and, worst of all, shrieks of chickens. This is what we really dreaded. And we dreaded the mongoose. Jackals howled at the edge of the wheat field for the 3 nights. My mother got up from the dinner table. I feel in my bones the mongoose is pouncing on the hens. Go out with the broom. Make sure the chicks' nursery is secure. My sister whined. Uncle Moshe called the cancer is in his lungs. In the morning, there were feathers all around the pecan tree. At least garden snakes, banana trees will multiply forever, said my father as he slammed the door. Thank you so much.
Quite different from Center City, Philadelphia, where I live, where we hear sirens day and night, and the sounds of construction, morning, noon, and night.
Oh,
But anyway, I don't even think I would know what a jackal sounds like.
I can't imitate it. I would. I won't dare.
Hey, look who's here! Mount
Yeah, man.
Um,
Hey, brother.
Hey, Bill.
I think before I go any further, I would like to